Welcome back to the Algebra Solver channel, where we solve problems in algebra, calculus, statistics, and other general math problems. Please be reminded that our target audience are those who are weak in math. Those who are weak. That's why we are slow, and that's why we are detailed in our discussions, and that's why a lot of you might be bored with it. But if you are a little bit more advanced, then you can forward the video, or you can also make it play at a faster speed, and you can always adjust. It's better for us to be slow than fast, because those who are bright in mathematics, they don't need problems like this. And also, we're not so much about lecturing, because we assume that you have had your lectures in your classroom or from some other sources, and that you're here to expand your horizon, to have new experiences. Or if you are a teacher, you can drive your students to our channel so that they will have more examples. And if you are a parent who is trying to help your students do their homework, but you've forgotten your algebra, then the parents can relearn your mathematics here. And also for the students themselves, if your parents are too busy to help you, if your teachers don't have enough time to give you more examples, this is it. So this is the series of problem solving that will help you, that will catapult you to the upper half of your class, probably at the top of your class, if you are really serious with solving with us the problems that we are presenting. All right, so let's proceed. First, I'm trying to show you there are some tips here on the left. The objective is to manipulate the equation so that the unknown variable is on one side of the equation, while the known values are on the other side. And for your convenience, you can refer to the properties here, such as the commutative property, the associative property, the distributive property, the inverse property, and other properties of numbers and of algebra that will help you solve problems. So our problem is to solve for a in the equation a plus 21 equals 32. So again, our objective is to identify the unknown variable and to isolate it on one side of the equation. Usually it's the left hand side of the equation, and then we isolate the known variables by combining them in one way or another using mathematical principles, transforming them here or canceling this out, so that what will be left will be a combination of values there. So try to look at this, the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, so let us analyze this problem. We already have a, the unknown variable, and you want a to stay and be isolated on the left hand side of the equation. So that means we need to eliminate the 21 here. Now remember, this is an equation. It's like a scale balance. Whatever you do to the left hand side of the equation, you also do to the right hand side of the equation. Later on I will share with you some shortcuts, but for now let us follow the rules. So in order for us to isolate A, that means we need to eliminate 21 on the left hand side of the equation. And whatever we do to eliminate 21, you must also do to the right hand side of the equation. So initially, what do you think is our way of isolating 21 or A and then eliminating 21? Well, what we can do is to, that is 21. In order to eliminate the 21, you subtract 21, right? You subtract 21 from the left hand side of the equation. But whatever you do to the left hand side, you must also do to the right hand side of the equation. So if you subtract 21 there, you must also subtract 21 here, right? Balance. It's all about balance. The equation is an equation if it is balanced. Whatever you do to the left hand side, you should also do to the right hand side. So now we need to subtract 21 here. Now if you subtract 21 here, you must also subtract 21 there. So now we know how to solve this problem. So let's proceed now. So that's A plus 21 minus 21 equals 32 minus 21. We have explained it earlier that whatever you do to the left hand side of the equation, you must also do to the right hand side of the equation. So this A here now is all by itself, because this 21 here cancels out, it becomes 0. 21 minus 21 is 0. Now here you have 32 minus 21, A equals 11. Let's clear up this board. Sorry, wrong mistake. Okay. So A equals 11, and that is our answer. We have already achieved the objective, which is to manipulate the equation so that the unknown variable is on one side of the equation, while the other known values, the known values are on the other side of the equation. So now A equals 11. That is the correct answer, but we need to check. Let's do a check. So how do we check? We check our solution. We check if it's correct if we substitute the value we have arrived at into the original problem. So the original problem was A plus 21 equals 32. So we have 11 plus 21. Remember A equals 11, so that's why this is 11. Okay, so A was 11, so that this is now 11 plus 21 equals 32, and that is a big check. Okay, it's a big check. So this is how we check it. 11 plus 31 equals 32. Okay, by substituting our solution. So actually here at this stage, which we are already finished because we have solved the problem where a equals 11, but we need to cross-check it. And by cross-checking it, now we are sure, we are confident that we have the right equation. I know this is slow, but can you imagine if you're a very weak student? You need this to be very slow. Thank you, and hope to see you in our next problem.